Hold up, Browns fans, something is brewing in Cleveland that nobody saw coming, and it might just flip everything we thought we knew about this quarterback room on its head. While everyone was focused on the big names and the flashy moves, a quiet signing happened this week that could completely derail one young quarterback's future in orange and brown. I'm talking about a move so subtle that most people missed it, but the ripple effects? They could be massive. You see, when the Browns shipped Kenny Pickett off to Las Vegas, most of us thought we had the quarterback picture figured out. Joe Flacco holding down the fort as the veteran presence, Dillon Gabriel showing flashes of potential as the backup, and Shedeur Sanders, the rookie everyone's been talking about, developing behind the scenes. Simple, right? Wrong. Dead wrong. Because while you were probably celebrating getting rid of Pickett's hefty contract, Cleveland's front office was already 3 moves ahead, and they just signed a quarterback that could throw Sanders' entire development timeline into chaos. His name is Bailey Zappe, and if you're thinking, who the hell is Bailey Zappe, then you're about to find out why this seemingly minor move might be the most important thing that happens to this franchise all season. Now, I know what you're thinking. Zappe's on the practice squad. Sanders is safe. What's the big deal? Here's the thing about the NFL that casual fans don't always grasp. Practice squad today, active roster tomorrow. And when you're dealing with a rookie quarterback who just took 5 sacks in his last preseason appearance and showed more question marks than exclamation points, every new face in that quarterback room becomes a threat. Let me paint you the real picture here. Sanders came into this season with all the hype in the world. Colorado pedigree, arm talent that makes scouts drool, and the kind of swagger that makes highlight reels. But then reality hit. Hard. That first preseason game? Beautiful. Kid looked like he belonged. But football has a funny way of humbling even the most talented players, and Sanders found that out the hard way. The injury that kept him out of Game 2 wasn't just bad timing. It was a missed opportunity to build on that momentum. And when he finally got back out there for Game 3, it was like watching a completely different quarterback. 5 sacks. 5. That's not just bad offensive line play. That's a quarterback who's not reading the field, not feeling the pressure, not making the quick decisions that separate NFL quarterbacks from college stars. And now, with Zappe in the building, the pressure just cranked up to 11. Because here's what most people don't realize about Zappe: this isn't some scrub they picked up off the street. This is a guy who stepped into Tom Brady's old system in New England and actually won games. He's got that veteran presence that coaches love, that steady hand that doesn't panic under pressure. Everything that Sanders, frankly, hasn't shown yet. James Palazzola. And if you don't know that name, you should, because he knows this game inside and out. He's been warning Browns fans about exactly this scenario. While everyone was getting caught up in Sanders' potential, Palazzola was looking at the chessboard 3 moves ahead. He saw Zappe coming before most of us even knew who he was, and he's been sounding the alarm that this signing could be the beginning of the end for Sanders' immediate future in Cleveland. Think about it from Kevin Stefanski's perspective for a minute. You got a 39-year-old Joe Flacco who, let's be honest, is one bad hit away from retirement. You've got Dillon Gabriel, who's promising but still largely unproven. And then you've got Sanders, who looks like he's still figuring out the difference between college ball and the pros. Now suddenly you've got Zappe, a guy who's actually won NFL games, who knows what it takes to manage a game situation, who doesn't need 2 years of development to contribute. If you're Stefanski and injuries start piling up, or if Flacco struggles, or if Gabriel hits a rookie wall, who are you turning to? The kid who took 5 sacks and looked overwhelmed, or the veteran who's been there, done that, and has the T-shirt? And here's the kicker. The Browns didn't need to sign Zappe. They could have rolled with 3 quarterbacks, save the roster spot, and let Sanders develop naturally. But they didn't. They made a move, which tells you everything you need to know about how they really feel about their current quarterback depth. They're not confident. They're not comfortable. And they're definitely not convinced that Sanders is ready for prime time. Now, before all you Sanders supporters start coming for me in the comments, I'm not saying the kid doesn't have talent. He absolutely does. That arm strength is real, the athleticism is obvious, and when he's on, he can make throws that most quarterbacks only dream about. But talent without development is just potential, and potential doesn't win football games. Louis Riddick from ESPN, a guy who's forgotten more about evaluating quarterbacks than most of us will ever know, he's been saying the same thing. Without injuries or massive underperformance from the guys ahead of him, Sanders is looking at a redshirt rookie season whether he likes it or not. And now with Zappe in the mix, that timeline might have just gotten even longer. But here's where it gets really interesting, and this is why you need to smash that like button and subscribe to Browns Breakout, because we're about to dive into the stuff that other channels won't tell you. The Browns aren't just managing a quarterback room, they're managing expectations, they're managing development timelines, and they're managing the pressure that comes with being Cleveland Browns quarterbacks in 2024. Every decision they make is under a microscope. Every throw Sanders makes in practice is being evaluated not just against what he did in college, but against what Zapp brings to the table, what Gabriel shows in meeting rooms, and what Flacco demonstrates with his veteran presence. It's not enough to be good anymore. You have to be better than the guy next to you, and the guy next to you just got a lot more crowded. The reality is, Sanders is fighting for more than just playing time now. He's fighting for his entire future in Cleveland. Because if Zapp proves he can be a reliable backup, if he shows he can step in and manage games without losing them, then what exactly is Sanders bringing to the table that's so special? Raw talent. The Browns have seen plenty of raw talent come and go. They need production, they need reliability, and they need it now. This is where the rubber meets the road for Sanders. Every practice rep, every meeting, every opportunity to show growth, it all matters more now than it did a week ago. Because while he's still developing, still learning, still figuring it out, Zapp is ready to contribute today. And in the NFL, today always wins over tomorrow. The next few weeks are going to tell us everything we need to know about how this situation plays out. Will Sanders rise to the challenge and prove he belongs in conversations with established NFL quarterbacks? Will Zapp show enough to leapfrog him on the depth chart? Will the Browns stick with their development plan, or will they pivot to the safer, more experienced option? What makes this whole situation so fascinating is that it's happening in Cleveland, where quarterback decisions carry the weight of decades of frustration and hope. This isn't just about roster management, it's about the future direction of a franchise that's been searching for stability at the most important position in football. And that's what makes Browns football so compelling, isn't it? Every season brings new hope, new challenges, and new questions that need answering. Sanders versus Zapp might seem like a minor subplot now, but 6 months from now, it could be the storyline that defined this entire season. So keep your eyes on this quarterback room, Browns fans. Keep watching how Sanders responds to this new competition. Keep tracking whether Zapp can prove he's more than just insurance. Because in a league where everything can change in an instant, the smallest moves sometimes have the biggest consequences. And this move? It might just be the one that changes everything.